That's right. This past weekend was the Halo Infinite Tech Preview, or Flight, however you want to call it. It was a flight. That's what they like to call their alpha, betas, and everything. They're calling them like flights. And man, do we have some stuff to talk about. It was fun. It was exciting. I personally really enjoyed it for the most part. I would say there's a few things definitely that we'll get into this review of my take on it. So, right away, it's Halo. Haven't had a new Halo in what, 6 years? Long time. I would say getting into it right away, the music was number one. Just amazing. Like, it was amazing to hear, amazing nostalgia. I would even say like the Halo 3 theme slash battle theme was in here, and I'll have a clip here for you to listen to. As we're going through this more and more, this my opinion slash review of this flight. Again, this is my opinion. You all can leave it in the comments what you all thought of the review and of the flight and everything, and let everyone else know. I think personally it was a good step in the right direction. I know this build is a few months older than what they currently have, so maybe most of this is already improved. But let's keep going through it. Let's go through some of the things I had, the good things, the bad things, and what to look forward to. Another great thing in this flight was the movement. The movement was awesome to see. The sprint didn't feel like super sprint match, like you're trying to sprint across the map to get to your next objective or get to the weapon or run over there like in Halo 5 and all this, and get over there as quick as you can, and it's just sprint games. It feels like sprint was tapered back, and walking speed is barely slower than sprint. Like sprint is a tiny bit faster. I would say sprint is like 1.25 speed, and walking speed is 1 speed. That's literally what it feels like. You don't feel like you're running. You don't feel like you're running at all, like super fast anymore, like getting across maps. So that's a positive. They brought clamber back. I didn't mind clamber in Halo 5 before, and so it's okay for me to see it back, and it works for this game so far in multiplayer. Brought a few maps. They brought 3 maps for us to try, and my favorite was Bazaar, if that's how you pronounce it, and it felt like a CSGO map, one of the iconic CSGO maps. I don't even know what it is because I've never really played CSGO, FYI. I will leave it in the video here for everyone to see, but it was more fun, that map, to see the small destructible environments we got to do and break, and then Live Fire was pretty good, and Recharge, they were other good maps. Recharge was definitely better than Live Fire, and again, like that's just how it went in order. I'm hoping to see in the future though some vehicles to test and kind of see how they feel more. The maps felt okay that we got to do. They felt little boxy feel, more arena style type, and again, it was okay, but I would like to see some of those open Halo maps and kind of feel more openness to them. Some of the abilities were in the game as well, and most of them are all pickup from what I've seen, if not all of them from what I'm pretty sure of. I'll have to double check that, but everything seemed pickup ability. It was like the grapple hook was a pickup, the overshield, the camo, drop wall, pulse radar. So it's really nice. I know if you've watched some of the review videos before, if you don't use them, it can be dropped. The enemy team can use them and go from there. So for me, I was the one that every time I picked up like an active camo or an overshield, I just used that right away. I was like, nope, I'm going to use it whether I make use of it or not. Grapple hook was really cool. It threw that diversity of getting around the map quicker than sprinting. So that's really neat to see. And then like if you sync that with some good rocket shots or gravity hammer or grabbing weapons with it, which is really cool too. Like instead of just a grenade throw, you can grapple your weapon to you. A lot of cool things you can do with that. I could see a lot of neat little videos popping up, clips all over for that. Definitely going to be interesting. One of the things I would say would be the guns next. They were diverse, different. I like some of the new designs and some of the old classic feel too. I like seeing the classic battle rifle, assault rifle from like, you know, the best times of Halo. You see those in here. The pistol feels really good. It's actually very powerful. Shoots pretty fast, has a fast fire rate, but also very damaging too. Probably the gun I dislike the most was the new Commando assault rifle. I think it was just not good at all for me. I didn't care for it. It was okay of a gun, but I was just the type of, if I found a BR, give me the BR. If I found the pulse rifle, give me that too. Like burst one and everything. My newest weapon I liked the most though was Ravager. Like that was a cool burst power. It felt like a fuel rod, but it did a burst style, and it was really, it had like the nice like feel to it. And it's kind of hard to explain, but it just felt nice to shoot it and use it. Like that was really cool. Aim assist. Yes, I know people will probably not like that, but this is something, hear me out. This is why I think it's an issue. After PvP went live, I was scrolling on the internet of Twitter, the forums, trying to see if anyone had some good settings. I'm trying to find settings to make the controller work better because I felt like the controller wasn't functioning right. I proved that theory by going down mouse and keyboard in the middle of a match, and it worked better. So now it's making me wonder, is it because mouse and keyboard is connected on a computer, it's trying to use those settings no matter what you use on your controller? I don't know. We'll have to figure that out more. But it was very weird. It was like this weird, like, over acceleration type thing. Like, and it wasn't really just the aim assist part. It was like the controller feel. Because when I would go then to a bot match again, it felt good. Like it felt like there was aim assist, or it felt like the controller was better. But then when I went back to PvP, it had like this free flowing like aim, and there was no like give for your controller to like, you had to be so precise type thing. And it was just like so hard to aim with it. Like if you made a little flick, it was like your shot went way off, and it makes it very hard. Definitely driven toward more mouse and keyboard player, but I feel like that's a bad thing to a point. When most people are playing with a controller and they are just wanting to sit down and have a good time and play, they're not going to want to sit there and tweak settings for hours and hours to get them right. And I don't know, maybe it was just the way the servers were. I don't know. It was a weird, very weird time when I played PvP. There was like a couple good games where it felt good, but that was because I used power weapons where you don't have to aim. Of course it's gonna feel good, but that's my take on it. Again, mouse and keyboard definitely triumph in PvP over controller, but I feel like they got to give controller a little boost to help, which I have a feeling they probably already did, or they are looking at it in the next builds and that. Another thing to improve on I seen was the battle pass. We got to take a look at it. It was a different style battle pass. I want to keep track and tabs on this going forward because I feel the battle pass is very unique, and I like how they've come out and said you'll never lose access to the older battle passes. So I just want to see how this will work going forward. They gave us like this test credits in the beginning to kind of purchase stuff, and it was cool, but you know, again, got to see how it works and how that system will go going forward. I kind of liked MCC style. You play so many games, you get experience, you get a token type thing, in-game token currency thing, and you can use that to unlock something, so on and so forth. But then I get it, they need to make a profit. They got to make monetization off something. So I understand how like they need to do that, and they need to give us something to pay for. So they're probably going to make something like credit system to pay for, or some cool skins that can only be bought and not just earned. That's my take on what that'll be. Optimization, especially for PC side. I run a full AMD rig, 6800 XT, AMD Ryzen 7 5800. And when it would crash, it would lock my CPU at 100%. Like it would just full blown run 100%. I couldn't. Computers like locking up and freezing and trying to run after a little bit, and it's just like, wow, what in the world's going on? And you know, they were saying like more worried about the graphics card and the graphics card not being up to date, and the graphics card worked fine. It never had an issue pushing the game and having fun like with that. It was the CPU getting pushed in like hard after a crash, and it would not. And it was weird because it's not like I would restart the computer, go back in, and then that would cause it to go back to normal, where it's like using a good percentage of CPU but doesn't need a lot. But hopefully that one they'll take a look into more, because that's a little odd for it to do that. Anyways, not many cons in this, you know, kind of little nitpicks mostly. A couple little things I really took an interest on was like the aim assist or aim support, however you want to call it, and the optimization style. But again, this was the Halo Infinite Flight. I enjoyed it, my time. It felt nice to play a new Halo finally after so many years. You have no idea how nice it was. As a Halo fan, I miss it already. I want to go back and play, even if with my issues, I still want to go back and play it. I know they need this criticism, and I know they need this to help improve on. So hopefully this will help, and it will make its way to 343, and they take part and they listen to our feedbacks, and not just mine, but everybody's out there, and we can make this one of the best Halos ever. Again, from a Halo fan to all the Halo fans that are watching and anyone else, I appreciate your time in this review. But that's going to wrap it up for me today. Thank you all again so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks again, everyone, for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a comment, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe for future content like this. We got some other videos here. You can check them out as well. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.